I think it might be time to come back to a conversation that we've had on the show before. But the finale of Moon Knight just dropped the night before recording this episode. And people are going crazy about it. People love the show. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Oscar Isaac was good. Ethan Hawke was good. I'm getting sidetracked.
I feel like I know where this is headed already.
But a big talking point and something that I've seen people talking about online is the kaiju battle.
Yeah.
People are saying, whoa, awesome kaiju battle in Moon Knight. They had kaiju in the show. So cool. I'm seeing so many just comments on how great the kaiju fight was.
How many comments have you seen? I have not seen this conversation. The episode dropped last night.
I've seen about 3 or 4 comments. My whole Twitter algorithm's gone out of whack ever since I started following some of the Spider-Man No Way Home stuff last year, and it's just, Marvel's taken over my Twitter feed. It's so bad.
Yeah,
I regret it.
I'm the same.
I've seen a lot of Moon Knight kaiju comments. Now, I don't think it was a kaiju fight, Micah.
Oh, this is interesting. So Moon Knight is a show about Egyptian gods.
Yes.
This final fight happens because there are Egyptian gods.
Yes.
Which are shown throughout the series as being slightly bigger than human. Definitely not kaiju
7
sized.
feet, 8 feet tall.
But they have the ability to grow in size.
Yeah, and then there's a big battle between this alligator kaiju... I'm saying kaiju. Alligator Egyptian god and this, bird Egyptian god. And they're fighting and hitting each other into pyramids.
Yeah, tell us more stuff they do.
They hit each other into pyramids. One of them has a staff that they hit each other with. And people are like, hey, kaiju. Are they kaiju? They're just 2 CGI'd, people with animal heads. But then you can kind of say the same about a lot of the kaiju movies we've been watching.
They're gods.
Yeah.
They're gods, first of all. So they're not mortals.
Yeah.
They're not bound to this earth.
Is Mothra a mortal, Micah?
That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's such a good point, though.
It's murky, but I didn't come away from that being like, hey, it's a kaiju battle. But a lot of people, that's the word kaiju. That's what it means. 2 big old people punching each other.
I feel like, and they were 2 big old people.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to create a new category.
Okay.
Saying this is kaiju, this is not kaiju. These can be both.
Yeah. Or these are just English, or what's the term? Western. I don't even know. It's so far disconnected from the kaiju we see in these movies in Japanese culture. I don't know.
There's a definite lack of a term here.
Yeah.
That needs to be filled with something.
We need a word for it. But anyway, it looks like we're adding Moon Knight to the Podzilla list.
We've already watched it. We're going to do that next week.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about Moon Knight?
No, we got something else to talk about. Let's get on with the show. We are back, everyone. Podzilla, back at it again. As of time of recording, we have not played the Call of Duty Monarch Titan event.
I was hoping we would have by now, but
I have not put in my next report for Maguma.
We're falling behind.
And I still have not watched the Suitmation trials.
Oh, Jay. Wait, you mentioned on the Discord that it gave you nightmares.
No, the bits I've seen gave me nightmares. I haven't watched the trilogy yet. I'm slacking. Am I even a Godzilla fan at this point?
It's not just you. Podzilla itself is just crumbling.
We're crumbling. There's going to be nothing left soon. But what I did do is I purchased a rare Godzilla novel from the 90s.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so this is a random Godzilla fiction series that was created.
Series?
Yeah, series of books. And they're all $200 to $400 on eBay and everywhere, wherever you look for them.
Jay, how much did you pay?
I paid $20. I found a copy
really?
on our New Zealand buy-sell trade service called Trade Me. And yeah, $20.
It's like the better eBay.
Yeah, better eBay, but real localized.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to giving that a read. I'll have to Add that to the list of things.
And you left it at my house.
I did leave it at yours.
I'm going to read it before you and you'll be even farther behind.
Oh, no. But yeah, there we go. I bought a book. You been doing anything to keep your stature alive in the Godzilla fandom recently?
I don't think I've done anything. I'm sorry. I haven't been playing the mobile game like you have.
Dude, the mobile game.
This is a different one than Jake's just talked about in the past.
I'm addicted to another Godzilla mobile game. We need to get on with the show right now. Let's get into the movie that we watched and we're covering off. What was it, Micah?
So this movie is War of the Gargantuas. Mm-hmm. Ishiro Honda, classic director, 1966. Yeah. Let me paint a picture for you in your mind. Offshore of Japan, a cargo ship, the Daisen Kaijin Maru, is suddenly attacked out at sea by Odako, the giant octopus. However, as the 8-armed beast appears ready to make quick work of the ship, the octopus is interrupted as the crew spots a giant, green humanoid-like creature rising from the sea. The octopus is outmatched, seemingly slain by the new beast as the green monster upturns the ship. The next morning, a lone survivor of the crew is found. He relays back how the monster Frankenstein attacked the ship and ate his crewmates. Dr. Paul Stewart, played by Russ Tamblyn, Akemi, played by Kumi Mizuno, and Dr. Yuzo Majida, played by Kenji Sahara, are consulted, having raised a Frankenstein offspring in their lab before it escaped. The three, however, deny that it could be the same creature based on the report. Shortly afterwards, though, reports of more attacks come in. This leads to a tragedy at Haneda Airport, where the monster attacks and eats one of the civilians before retreating when the sun comes out from behind the clouds. No longer able to deny its existence, the self-defense force is deployed, using Type 66 Mesa beam cannons to shock the creature and electrify a nearby lake while the monster is in it. The defense force is successful and greatly injures the beast. However, from the mountains, another Frankenstein monster appears and rescues the one being attacked, together escaping from the defense forces. Dr. Stewart identifies the new Frankenstein as the one he raised in the lab and names it Sanda, while calling the one wreaking havoc across Japan Gaira. They also discover that the two are actually brothers, with Gaira being created from some of Sanda's flesh that regenerated into a new Frankenstein. Fearing that attacks on them may create even more Frankensteins, the group is hesitant to let the army attack them. Meanwhile in the forest, Sanda comes across Gaira, who has eaten a group of hikers, and horrified that Gaira killed innocent civilians, the two start attacking one another. After a brief run-in with Dr. Stewart and Akemi, where Sanda recognizes Akemi and saves her right as she's about to fall from a cliff, Sanda heads to fight Gaira. Gaira starts his rampage through Tokyo, with the army letting loose their Type 66 Mesa beams on him once more as Sanda joins the fray. The two battle it out, destroying many of the nearby buildings, and eventually fall into the water of Tokyo Bay. Gradually moving closer to the open sea, the two continue to fight as an undersea volcano rises from the ocean, seemingly ending the two Frankensteins' lives within its eruption. Now I want to point out once again, they do finish this movie off by having the two kaiju tumble into the ocean, but they do finish them off by, having a great volcano eruption and kind of definitively killing them off.
Yeah, but once again, it's real ambiguous. It's so funny that pretty much every single one of these movies end the exact same way. It's crazy.
Do you think that Toho's doing this specifically because they always want to leave it open to bring these characters back?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's the case. I think so. That would make a lot of sense. I mean, they've got the suits around. They seem massive fans of bringing characters back. We're going to see it with Destroyer Monsters, which are getting ever closer to.
That's right. It's coming up. This movie's interesting though, because technically it is a sequel to Frankenstein
Conquers the World. Yeah.
Conquers the World. It's always like the most ambiguous words afterwards. Frankenstein Conquers the World. It's a sequel, but not really.
Yeah, I went in expecting this to be a direct sequel. And, I mean, even reading a lot of the plot synopsis for this one, War of the Gargantuas, it says, Frankenstein's flesh creates two more Frankenstein monsters, Gaira and Sanda. Which isn't really what happens.
No.
And it seems like this is more like a reimagining of the original story. It does, like you were saying, if you've seen the Evil Dead movies, directed by Sam Raimi, the first Evil Dead movie is a standalone horror movie, and then the second one completely recaps and also retcons at the same time what happened in the original movie.
And then basically tells the whole story again with new characters.
And it's pretty much what this one does. Like, we get our two scientists that we got in Frankenstein Conquers the World. They raise or find a small Frankenstein's monster.
Yep.
He's really kind and nice to them, and they form a bond, and then he escapes. Beat for beat what happened in Frankenstein Conquers the World. Although this time around, another Frankenstein gets created off this original one. And that's where it differs a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't really call it a sequel. It doesn't make much sense for it to be so.
No, and I'm curious how this fits into the larger Godzilla narrative, because the prequel to this, Frankenstein Conquers the World, does tie into the future Godzilla movies by introducing Baragon, one of the best kaiju out there.
Mm-hmm.
This one brings in these two new kaiju. It also features Odako, the giant octopus, who we have seen before a few times.
Yeah.
And who was in the previous movie as well.
And an alternate ending, yeah.
In an alternate ending. But with Sander and Gyra in this one now, these two are the main focal points of the movie. And with them now killed off, or supposedly at the end, it almost feels like you don't need to watch this to understand the future narrative going into the future movies.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely feels like this just kind of retcons everything from Frankenstein Conquers the World that made it fit in with the Godzilla universe, and then just...
So I guess first off, is this movie actually still canon in some way?
Interestingly enough, it is canon. It's referenced, I think, in some of the movies later down the tracks that the events of this did happen. Gyra and Sander's names come up a few more times. They don't appear again, except for in a couple of the Toho TV series, which we'll get into a bit later on.
Oh.
But yeah, it's even in like Godzilla encyclopedias and books, this is a movie that's definitely canon to the universe, which is weird.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein Conquers the World would have to be as well, because Baragon's in it. I don't know. We're probably paying too much attention to what's canon and what isn't. It seems like they're just telling crazy stories.
Because some of the characters have the same names.
Yeah.
Some of the characters are played by the same actors.
Yeah.
With different names.
Yeah.
It's all so confusing.
Yeah, it very much is. But yeah, this doesn't seem like a must-watch. I mean, we'll go into a bit later on, but I think I definitely prefer Frankenstein Conquers the World to this. But I'll say more about that a little later on.
Yeah.
Should we start with how this movie starts?
The Odako fight.
The Odako fight, the giant octopus. It's so cool.
It's awesome.
What a way to start a movie. You just get the ship on the open ocean, middle of the night. There's like a thunderstorm, and you see tentacles making their way through the ship, opening up doors, and just grabbing a hold of this captain of the ship.
Yeah. This is such a cool scene in general. We've seen Odako before, played by, I guess, a puppet in the past, as well as a real-life octopus, blue-screened into the scene. They approached this one a little differently by actually creating fully life-sized tentacles, layering them with slime, and having them, wiggle into the room. It looks awesome.
It's so great. And then, just the way they film the scene, the octopus rises out of the water and its eyes are just like glowing red. More tentacles come through the windows and the ports of... The ports, I know my ship. There's just heaps of tentacles coming into the ship, and it's really scary, really like enthralling, engaging stuff.
It's so cool. And they combine some of these as well. Like, you think that Odako is just completely blue screen, and then it breaks through one side or a window of the ship, and you realize, oh my gosh, the wall here wasn't blue screen. This is actually quite a big model.
Yeah, it really cleverly switches between miniatures and proper sets. It's just, it's real cool. It's my favorite part of the movie, I think.
The only thing I'm disappointed with about the scene is that it's almost over too quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, Odako is killed off almost instantly.
So thank you to Goro9898 who did our art for this episode. Our art is Odako, because I requested it thinking he was going to be more of a major player in this, and he's in it for a couple of minutes.
I mean, the poster for this movie on Letterboxd, it shows Sander and Gyra fighting with Odako, like, grappling onto them.
Yeah. But honestly, it was such a cool scene. Like, it's super memorable. Even, like, it reminded me of Pirates of the Caribbean with some of the Kraken stuff. Like, it was just really cool, especially when you realize it was made in the 60s.
Yeah, for the time, it would have been so scary. It feels, this whole starting sequence, it feels very horror-inspired.
And not even just the starting, even at certain scenes throughout the whole movie. There's a sequence when Gyra, this first Frankenstein that we're introduced to in the movie, he's green, he's got almost like seaweedy fur, and there's this sequence when he's underneath the water and he just looks up through the water at like someone who's on a boat, and the person on the boat's looking down at him, and it's just this real creepy shot when you see the water rippling and moving and you just see Gyra's face staring up underneath it.
No joke, that is one of the freakiest scenes, even just frames I've seen in a long time from the movie.
Yeah. It was crazy. It's just really, really cool kaiju stuff in this. Really cool.
Going on from that Odako fight scene, that's when Gyra, kind of our main or co-lead, co-kaiju of the movie comes in.
Yeah.
And you're right, it is a giant humanoid, green, almost seaweed-like. I wouldn't even necessarily say Frankenstein. I mean, from the last movie, we saw that the Frankenstein of that movie was more of like a Neanderthal.
Yeah.
With like a big, enlarged brow, very hunched over.
Which is kind of what Frankenstein's known for too, that big forehead and yeah.
Whereas in this one, they kind of almost take, I don't know, they both seem very Kong-inspired.
Yeah, they don't look anything like Frankenstein's monster. They're more Yeti, Sasquatch type of looking.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of Half Human and King Kong that we've seen in the movies so far. Yeah, I don't even know, don't quote me on this, but I think that the English like redubbing of this movie refers to them as Gargantuas instead of Frankensteins.
I saw that in a few of the reviews or descriptions of the movies out there.
Yeah, so, I mean, I appreciated the term Frankenstein being used. It really kind of connected it a little bit to the one we'd seen before, but yeah, it's a bit weird. They don't look like Frankensteins at all.
I mean, we see flashbacks as well of Sander, the second Gargantua, in the laboratory with some of our leads.
Can we talk about this scene? Let's do it.
And he looks like a chimp.
He's a little baby or a little kid. He's just sitting up. He's just got fur coming off him.
Is this a handbag?
No, he's been like offered food and he's got like bottles of milk that he's just holding and shaking up. He looks so cool.
But for real, it's basically just a little monkey.
Yeah, he's a little monkey man.
You know, classic Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
This almost feels like it could be part of like the Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah, very
like a
same look.
Like at a very far conclusion to the, you know how like the old movies had the whole world was taken over by apes?
Yeah.
This is just ape kaiju.
Yeah. You might be onto something. Something that surprised me was actually how much we do see of Gyra and Sander. So I will mention as well, like Gyra we said, based in the sea. I think he's initially referred to as the sea Frankenstein. He's green. Sander is referred to as, I think it's the mountain Frankenstein or the rock Frankenstein. And he looks more human-like. He's got more of that forehead. A few similar Frankenstein looks, but he's still real furry and he's got like a light brown color to him. But I was very surprised at how much we actually see of Gyra and Sander in this.
Yeah.
They're probably in it more than the human characters. There's a lot of times where we just get like an almost never-ending fight sequence between them that just goes on forever, and I was very surprised to see that because it's not something you get a lot.
Yeah, this movie's very heavy on its action scenes.
Yeah.
Whether it's in that last battle between the two of them, fight scenes earlier on where it's the army versus Gyra, which goes on for quite a while. It really gives these kaiju a chance to not even shine necessarily, because most of the time they're both getting really beaten and battered by everybody. It gives them both a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
More so than you usually would have.
More so than Odako.
More so than Odako. And even Godzilla in some cases.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, even though they don't have too much of a range since they have so many prosthetics on their face or on the costumes, you still feel like you know them quite well by the end.
Yeah, and they were different enough to them what we're used to with all the kaiju that we've met so far. And some really cool scenes with them. Like, Gaira is straight up walking around, picking people up and just eating them.
Yeah, what was that scene with... Was that at the airport, the singing scene?
No, it's separate. But first he's at an airport. He just picks this woman up, literally just bites her.
This completely took me out of the blue, man.
Yeah, man, he's brutal. And then soon afterwards...
Like, spits out her clothes.
Yeah, spits out her clothes afterwards. Then soon afterwards, there's like a party going on, and then there's this American singer.
English singer.
Yeah, English singer singing a song in English.
Yeah, this would have been English for the Japanese original dub of this movie, right?
And yeah, she was singing in English.
Which in this movie is even weird because the American actors still speak Japanese.
Yeah, but yeah, good song.
What was the song again?
The words get stuck in my throat.
If my lips could only say the pretty words that I feel in my heart. If my voice could make the sound, I would tell you how I love you and we'd never be apart. But with just one look into your face, my mind starts to drift right into space, and the words get stuck in my throat. The words get stuck in my throat.
Dude, I think alongside our Mosada songs, we might have another song to add to our album.
We're going to do Podzilla Sings Godzilla. Patreon exclusive.
Really, people would actually go for that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, Gaira picks up the singer, goes to eat her as well before we find out he's scared of light. And he gets scared off and drops her down. And even speaking of dropping her down, there's so many times he picks up people, then just drops them. And
so
they
high as
survive.
well.
Craziness. But yeah, I appreciated a lot of just the random monstrous stuff that especially Gaira did in this. He seemed more like feral and more of a monster than Godzilla did at times.
Yeah, just more crazy. And they show it real well. There's so many scenes. And it really took me by surprise, this movie in particular. It feels like they crossed a bridge. That's the phrase, right?
Yeah, like they've gotten significantly better.
Yeah, with crossed the bridge, sure. With a lot of the kaiju interactions and making them seem just huge and menacing.
Yeah.
Whether that be by using blue screen in the scene. There's a scene at the start with Gaira where they have him in the sea in the actual costume in the ocean or in water. But then they also have some smaller life-sized humans in the shot as well. And I couldn't tell how they did it, but the scale was just amazing.
Yeah, so many times when you're seeing Gaira like out a window and you're like, oh, they're just doing some like composition shots here. They've got Gaira, and then on top of Gaira they've got a different shot of an actual set. And then he just breaks through the wall and you realize, hey, it was a miniature the whole time.
Yeah, like not saying that it's absolutely amazing, there's nothing you can tell, but it's so cool. Like I said, they've crossed a... That's not the right phrase. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Bridge.
They've crossed a bridge in terms of just how menacing they make these kaiju seem.
Yeah.
As well, real quick, they have a giant Gaira hand that they use in a few scenes.
Similar to how they've used King Kong in the past. Yeah.
But, whether that be somebody laying in its palm when Gaira's bringing them up, it's slapping them while they're swimming away in the water.
Yeah.
I hope that prop still exists somewhere in the world.
Yeah, imagine.
I just want a Gaira hand in my house.
Hey, welcome to my bedroom. Don't mind that huge hand just lying up there against the bed.
Dude, that could be my bed. Pop a pillow on there.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's just stay with this theme of the kaiju, because I got so many notes of just battle scenes, action scenes, especially the end. You've got Gaira, who It's just a monster. He just wants to eat people, and you got Sander trying to reason with his brother and just being like, no, don't do this. We're better than this. And they just go crazy for what might even be like 20 minutes of just going at each other, punching each other, attacking each other, pushing each other, in what must be just this massive miniature of the city.
Yeah. It feels like we've played a few Godzilla fighting games in the past.
Yeah.
Like Destroy All Monsters for the GameCube.
Yeah.
Throwback. Where the whole environment is completely destructible.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just made this huge destructible set for this whole scene.
It's crazy. It doesn't look like it's planned in any way. It looks like they're just literally going ham in this city and just hitting each other into things, destroying buildings, throwing things at each other.
Buildings, ships. It's so cool.
It's really cool. And then they go from...
Because from the start of the scene, like, it was all the buildings. By the end, it's almost completely rubble.
It's almost completely rubble. And then they move into the harbour.
Yeah.
And they start throwing ships at each other over their heads. And then they move out to sea and they're still going. And it's just...
It spirals into just complete madness where by the end, there's just a volcano there as well.
Yeah, that volcano comes out from nowhere, rises above the water and destroys them. What's going on with that?
Deus Ex Machina.
But yeah, that whole fight scene was pretty cool. I will say that the fighting wasn't super engaging. Like, it did get to a point when it was just going on for so long and so many of the same moves and similar shots that I was just like,
Yeah, because these two kaiju are basically humanoid suits.
Yeah, and they're both basically the same kaiju.
By the end, you're pretty much watching wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
Wrestling in suits.
But I appreciated all the miniature stuff and how they
Yeah,
shot it. Like, it's
for sure.
It's crazy. These are just two dudes in suits on set, just being able to just push each other into things for like 20 minutes.
I didn't write them down. Two dudes in suits.
Yeah.
Was one of them played by the classic Godzilla actor?
Yeah, so one of them, let me see here. Gyra,
The feral one.
the feral one with the most screen time, was played by Haruo Nakajima, who's played Godzilla and just been in these movies since the start. And you also mentioned that Gyra's been his favorite kaiju to play.
Really?
Just because of the flexibility of the costume and how much like he could actually use his facial features and his face. And he still had a lot of like prosthetics on it, but you can definitely see like his eyes and you can definitely see his mouth.
Yeah, that's... I was going to say, the prosthetics don't move much, but you can tell by, I don't know, the affect, the way that they move or tilt their head or, like you said, move their eyes. It does show more emotion.
But more of a performance.
But more of a performance than you would with just a fully enclosed mask.
Yeah. And then the actor for Sand is actually a brand new one. I don't have his name written down here, but they went to some of the actors that had portrayed kaiju in the past, and I think they turned it down because they were getting other roles that actually... They weren't in suits. They were actually just proper proper acting roles. And yeah, they turned it down, so we got this new guy in for it. But they're both great. They're both really good.
It's good, yeah.
There were some scenes at the start where they use matte paintings or just artwork. Like there's a scene when they're going and looking for Sander or Gyra, one of the Gargantuas, in the snow. And we're literally just like... The camera's on just a still painting of footprints in the snow, and it's moving around this painting, like trying to... It's so weird.
It pans around it and pretty much makes it feel like you're looking at this huge mountain.
Yeah, but it's just a painting, and it was cool. It's definitely of the time, and you can definitely tell that it's not real, but I don't know, it's quite cool. I can't help but just love the amount of effort and craft put into these things.
Yeah. Sorry, so real quick, you were saying they were looking for a giant human in the snowy mountains.
Yeah.
By following its big foot tracks?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Is this a sequel to Half Human right now?
This isn't half human, this is 3/4 human.
Half Human is probably just a Frankenstein.
2 half humans. Double the half, double the human.
Hear me out. Half Human might be based after this.
Oh, this could work, yeah.
When the Gargantuas die, and we've told throughout the movie that if they die, their cells still live on and they might become more Frankensteins. Half Human's based after this, and they're just the cells of Frankenstein.
That's
They're
right.
more Frankensteins.
Random piece of flesh that made its way up to Everest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny as well that they do. It's almost like Frankenstein is an infection. Like it's just, like if there's pieces of Frankenstein, it's going to grow into a whole new monster. Watch out for that. Oh, we found this piece of Frankenstein. It's still growing.
It's a weird way of going about the Frankenstein story, because they do make an effort to say, like, we should not try and attack these kaiju or these Frankensteins.
Yeah.
Because doing so will just create more and more.
That's never something that's been in the Frankenstein mythos before.
Take that to its logical conclusion. You basically have an army of giant zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Flood in Halo or something.
That's right,
like
yeah.
it's... Yeah.
I want to see...
So weird.
I really want to see a kaiju movie like that where it basically ends up like an infection.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a real cool spin that hasn't been done before. I can't say this because I haven't seen many outside the ones we've been watching. I feel like it hasn't been done before.
I mean, we got a little bit of it in Matango. Again, they weren't really kaiju; they were more kaijin. But there was people getting infected and turning into mushrooms and going against each other.
That was more vegetation spores, which I guess when the humans are infected.
Yeah, give us Godzilla versus the Gargantuas, like 100 Gargantuas against Godzilla.
Who would win?
Godzilla.
Godzilla versus 100 Gargantuas.
Yeah. What are these? What can the Gargantuas do? Just push each other into buildings.
You're right. Shine a bright light at their face, they're gone.
Literally, Godzilla needs to start using his atomic breath and it's going to be blinded.
Disintegrated.
They're just dead. Should we talk about the human characters?
Yeah.
Really not memorable in this one. We've got a trio of scientists. Did you have their names there?
Yep, we have 2 doctors and their assistants. So Dr. Paul Stewart, played by Russ Tamblyn.
Yeah, do you recognize this dude, Russ Tamblyn?
No, he's our new American actor.
Yeah. I recognized him instantly. He plays Riff in the West Side Story musical, the original West Side Story musical.
The movie?
Yeah, the movie. And he's also a reoccurring character in the Twin Peaks TV show.
You're a super fan of that show.
Yeah, I love Twin Peaks, but it's so weird to see Russ Tamblyn in this.
No. Especially acting alongside Kumi Mizuno, playing Akemi, but she played the female lead in the last Frankenstein movie.
Playing almost the same character, but different name.
It's like you copy over the characters, but change the guy.
Switch up the American actor.
He's American, just get another American in there. And of course we have Kenji Sahara, who has played so many of these third-wheel characters that basically do nothing the entire movie.
I like Kenji. I like a lot of his roles, but yeah, in this one he is just following them around. Did you see his fit that he had going on?
His drip.
They go out looking in the forest for these Frankensteins. He's wearing like this white blazer, white button up underneath, white shorts, white shoes, white hat. He's just all out and walking through the creek while he's just got like this full white outfit on.
That was one of the funnest parts of the movie.
That's pretty much all he did that I can remember from this film.
Also, I do just want to put a warning out there. I do not say drip on a regular basis.
I do not say fit on a regular basis.
Just for you guys.
Yeah, just so you guys know. You will never hear it again. We apologize. Yeah, nothing stood out about these 3. I appreciate... Is it Kumi Mizuno?
Yeah, she's a great actor, and there are some scenes where, I don't know, getting picked up by the kaiju.
Yeah.
She looks convincingly dead.
Yeah, and I mean, she's got a bond with Sander in the story, and it definitely feels like she's playing that out really well, like she's always concerned and worried and has some emotion to her performance.
I feel like none of these leads, like, they all act well.
Mm.
They're never given good characters to embody.
Yeah.
The script almost always lets them down.
And we've had a few movies where they have been good human characters. This is definitely not one of them.
I mean, even Frankenstein Conquers the World, you had your male lead in that. They had a fun scene with him cooking in like a classic American kiss the cook.
Yeah, you're right.
Apron for the girl. In this one, there's nothing like that. Almost all of their dialogue is based around the story. Actually, Dr. Paul Stewart makes a couple of jokes here and there.
Yeah, but they're real weird. They're real like...
What's one that's like Gyra's gone back to the ocean because he wants to marry a whale?
Yeah, just his delivery of these jokes. Man, they didn't give us a comedic relief character this time around. He was pretty much our comedic relief. Just spouting all this scientific nonsense and then ending it with a joke that doesn't really land.
Also, there's actually like a fourth wheel in this movie as well. I don't have the actor's name, but there's like an old scientist character who just hops in with the gang in like the last third of the story.
Yeah, I think you see him at the start as well, but randomness. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
None of these characters really land well.
Did you have a favorite out of the humans in this?
I don't have a favorite. Akemi is probably up there.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm saying that the singer from the start. I looked her up on Wikipedia before because she's an actual singer.
The singer of words gets stuck in my throat. I bring the music in again, slowly welling up behind you now as you announce her name.
Kip Hamilton.
Kip Hamilton. Her name's Kip?
Oh no, born Rita Marie Hamilton.
Rita Marie, but Kip's her stage name.
How'd you change your name
Old Kip. I'm going to give my vote to Kip as well. Kip was good in this. I also liked the guy at the start who was getting attacked by the giant octopus in the ship. He's just freaking out, trying to like close the doors, closes one on the octopus's tentacle, it breaks off. He's just freaking out.
You also liked the leader of the group of hikers near the middle. You make some funny faces.
It's a group
and you
of
loved him
hikers just trekking through the forest singing. I likened them to the kids in Sound of Musical going out for a walk with their tutor. They're just singing and they'll get like eaten by Gyra. But yeah, he was good. He had a good reaction face when he saw the monster.
Do it right now. Everybody, he's doing the craziest face.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Do you like
oh
that?
my gosh! Flicks those face muscles.
There you go. I can do it.
That's Patreon content right there.
Let's do a bit more of a deeper dive on these kaiju. So, Gyra and Sander were designed by artist Toll Narita.
Toll.
And he is known most prominently for his work as an art director on the Ultra series.
And we've talked about this last episode.
Ultra Q, Ultraman, yeah. So we're looking forward to getting into that. We definitely will at some point once we put all this Godzilla stuff behind us. But yeah, he was known for his work on Ultra. And he said that he based Gyra's appearance on the monster from Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'm not too familiar, but that's a very famous old horror movie.
Yeah, the Universal Monsters movie, which is fitting because this is pretty much a sequel to a Frankenstein movie. And yeah, it's just a lizard swamp creature thing, which I don't really see a lot of resemblance aside from the fact that Gyra's green and, I don't know, has some swampiness to him.
Has some general swamp about him.
Yeah, you see, it looks like he's just come crawling out of the Black Lagoon, you know?
Yeah, he is dripping with water a lot.
What, did you just say he's dripping?
Different context, Jason.
All right.
With water so much of the time that we see him. I'm surprised that the costumes don't get waterlogged and completely wrecked from all the time they spend in the water.
Oh my goodness. The costumes just get destroyed almost by the end of these movies.
Through the ringer, dude.
Last thing I've got here for Gyra and Sander was that they do make a reappearance in the Toho Kaiju shows Go Godman and Go Green Man. So these are two shows that Toho created, and the shows actually feature appearances from a lot of the monsters that we've been covering. But Gyra and Sander show up in some of these. Manila shows up? Haven't gotten to yet.
Wait, Manila shows up in these?
Son of Godzilla shows up in these shows.
So they're canon?
I don't know if they're canon, but they have a lot of the same characters, so we will be covering them. However, they're really hard to track down with subtitles or in the English language, so we'll see how we go.
Okay.
But yeah, they're in those, and they also make appearances in video games and comics and novels and stuff. But yeah, that's Gyra and Sander. Here's Gyra's roar. And here's Sander's roar.
Now, these are actually really cool.
Yeah, they're different from each other, which is, I appreciated.
I feel like I've been getting used to all roars being a variation of the classic Godzilla screech.
Yeah, this is different enough.
Sorry, I'm just looking up a picture of Go Green Man right now.
Yeah.
Manila's getting punched.
Show me that picture. Manila is getting punched. What is that costume for Manila? Yeah, I don't know if the Go Goldman and Go Green Man had great production budgets. I read stories that the Gyra suit is actually reused from this in the show, and it's falling apart. Like, it's so damaged when it makes an appearance that you can see.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah. You can see skin in some of the sequences underneath the suit, and
Do you think that is because of the water?
potentially, I mean, the suit in this, Gyra gets all bloodied, he gets bits like ripped off him almost, he's in the water.
It looks a lot like a ghillie suit at times.
Yeah, 100%.
Where
That's the best
it's
way.
almost like
Best way to-
like patchwork almost.
Yeah, best way to describe him. But yeah, that's Gyra and Sander. And then, yeah, we had Odako, the giant octopus, who this is its last appearance, sadly.
No.
We saw it in King Kong versus Godzilla, the alternate ending of Frankenstein Conquers the World. And now this, which he dies in. Gyra kills him.
I'm actually really sad about this. This is one of the, like, it's such a simple idea. Just chuck an octopus and make it huge. It's basically what the Kraken is in all mythology.
Yeah.
But it worked so well every time it came in, even as just a side kaiju.
Yeah. And always looked great. Like,
Yeah.
especially when it was in King Kong versus Godzilla, when it was a real octopus, it looked amazing. And even just the puppet they made for this.
Yeah.
Looks so good. They did do alterations for this movie. They did install lights in its eyes to make them glow, and they created new full-size tentacles to do a lot of the tentacle work.
Yeah.
But
It it's sad. This is a kaiju I could have seen continuing on for a long, long time as just, here's Godzilla's classic annoying kaiju, the octopus. The costume could have gotten so much better and better and better as time goes on.
Well, don't get too sad, because we are losing the giant octopus, but we're soon to be gaining a giant lobster and a giant condor. So
Ebura?
yeah, Ebra.
Oh, I'm saying that name at the end of the episode.
Oh, so can we not talk about Ebra yet? Okay. But yeah, those are our kaiju. Did you have a favorite from the three of them? I'm gonna say Odako was
I'll say
my
Odako
favorite,
again.
especially just for that first sequence.
That opening crawl of it, it feels so much like a start of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Just slowly getting its tentacles around all the corners of the ship and slowly making its way towards the crewmate here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's really tense.
Really cool stuff. Should I go straight into the trivia for this?
I mean, there's been a lot of trivia already, but go ahead.
Yeah. Something really funny that I found when looking this up was that a lot of famous celebrities really love this movie. So Brad Pitt, during the 2012 Academy Awards, said that this was the first movie he can ever remember watching.
Really?
War of the Gargantuas. Nicolas Cage has come out and said that this is one of his favorite films, War of the Gargantuas.
I thought it was Paddington too.
And Quentin Tarantino has cited this movie as an influence for him in a lot of his movies and his film career.
I thought this wouldn't have been up there because, I don't know, I feel like most people, when they think of Frankenstein, this would be the literal last thing on their mind. Just two giant yetis, essentially.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why it's so, I don't know, well known in pop culture?
I don't know. I think the American release of this actually did quite well. Even having the term Gargantua, it's quite a memorable title that hasn't really been used for anything else.
Okay.
And yeah, this is definitely more popular than Frankenstein Conquers the World, which is super interesting.
More popular?
Yeah.
Huh.
I got a little bit here on Russ Tamblyn as well, the actor who I recognize, the American actor in this. Apparently he hated working on this movie. He went so far as to disobey the film crew's orders consistently.
Ooh.
He really got a lot of people upset with him and angry. He considered the script terrible, and he actually rewrote and improvised most of his dialogue for this. And it really confused his Japanese interpreter that he had on set. So there was a lot of confusion, him just going against what everyone else was wanting to do. And then during the process of dubbing this film for the American audiences, not the version that we watched, his original audio track was lost. So he had to come back in and re-record, redub all his scenes, and he just was not enthusiastic about it at all. So apparently the dub for this is terrible, and he just sounds uninterested.
That actually makes a lot of sense why there were so few. Well, first off, I can see why he felt like the script was a bit lacking.
Yeah, yep.
I can also see why there were those few weird jokes added in. from him at times.
Yep.
That makes sense if he just wanted to spice it up a
Or
little
just
bit.
him improvising stupid jokes, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to have a listen to the American version just to see.
Is it out there?
Yeah, it is out there. If you did listen to the American version, let us know. Chuck it in our Discord because let's know how his performance was.
I want to hear the delivery of those jokes.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like, in the moment, he's so passionate about making those jokes, and coming back to me, he's just like, these suck, dude.
Why did I say these?
Yeah. He's going back to marry a whale.
In an original draft for this film, it actually ended with the volcano not only destroying Sander and Gyra, but the lava was going to completely destroy Tokyo and the remaining cells of the two monsters.
Oh.
But they changed that, which...
They changed it for the final draft.
Yeah. And Tokyo was just going to be completely destroyed. That would have thrown what did I say last week? Canonicity?
Canonicity out the window.
Thrown it out the window.
First the moon, now Tokyo.
And speaking about cannons...
Oh, the type... What was it? I had this in my review. Type 66, 88? 66. It's 66. The Type 66 Mesa Beam cannons.
The Mesa Beam cannons. The Mesa cannons are really iconic to the Godzilla franchise. And this was their first ever appearance.
Oh, I was wondering why that line was put so profusely in a lot of the descriptions for this movie I'd read. Because they made an effort to say, hey, this is the Type 66 Mesa Beam cannon.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I recognize this from Godzilla Battle Line, which you should be playing right now, Micah.
No. My days with the Godzilla mobile games are over.
You open up packs on this game to unlock like more monsters and stuff.
It's a gacha game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I opened up like a real expensive pack the other day. I didn't pay real money. And then I got the freaking Mesa Beam. And my disappointment was immeasurable at that moment.
It's the worst because side tangent here completely, but there are so many kaiju, but there's even more just army tanks and weapons and equipment.
Yeah.
It sucks. It outnumbers the kaiju in that game.
Yeah. Good game, though. Good game. Add me. Last thing that I've got here was that in a 2019 interview, Godzilla King of the Monsters director Michael Dougherty, so this is one of the new MonsterVerse films, he said that his top pick for monsters to bring into the MonsterVerse would be the Gargantuas and Biollante, which we haven't covered yet, or we haven't seen Biollante in anything, but he wants to bring the Gargantuas to the MonsterVerse.
I think I've said this in the past. I'm interested to see what kaiju they bring forward into the future MonsterVerse films. They've gone with all the classic,
the big four,
the A-list monsters.
Yeah,
it would be the coolest thing for them to bring back monsters or kaiju from this like movie that it feels like not many people know about.
Yeah, like we get a MonsterVerse War of the Gargantuas. Like imagine that.
We've had like King Ghidorah, Rodan, and the new ones, King Kong. Bring these just two from the two Frankenstein monsters.
Frankenstein in the MonsterVerse. But yeah, that's everything that I've got on this movie. What were your overall thoughts?
Okay, look, I appreciate this as a follow-up to Frankenstein. I feel like this was a plot that could have easily fit in from the first one. It doesn't feel out of place. It's just the fact that they completely changed up the script and made it not canon from the last movie, threw that out the window, but then made it the same plot as the last movie. I don't know, I'm not too keen on this movie because of that. The kaiju themselves, I think because they're so similar, two of the same kaiju have their place in a movie. I think one kaiju movie needed to have done it. It's just bound to be boring, in a way, in the fight scenes. There are things that do redeem this movie, like the other kaiju that's in it for a few minutes. The environments of all of the battle scenes here, like that final fight in Tokyo, where the whole environment is completely destroyed by them. The plot's a bit all over the place at times.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like taking inspiration from the last Frankenstein movie, they could have cleaned up this movie a lot more. I mean, add some more stuff to the plot, add some more stuff to the script. Those two areas were where it was lacking. Change that up and you got yourself like a cool follow-up to one of the most unique kaiju movies we've seen in a long time.
Yeah. What would you rate this? Like, if you had to... How many words are getting stuck in your throat out of 5 for this movie?
2 words. Sorry, those are just stuck in my throat. I'm sorry.
2 words stuck in Micah's throat out of 5 for War of the Gargantuas. Well,
Yeah, what did you think about this?
I had a fun time. You're completely right with pretty much everything. I mean, it wasn't engaging at all. The human stuff was boring. We've seen it before and we've seen it done better. But I did love the dynamic of Gyra and Sander. I thought it was quite cool to have these two kaiju that are almost the antithesis of each other. One is just a monster, and then one does have some heart. And it sounds cheesy, but just like the brotherly bond between these two and how that plays out, where Sander's always rooting for his brother and trying to like talk him down and trying to sort him out. It was quite cool, unique for a movie like this. The action scenes were all really great. The kaiju battles were good, even though they did get a bit boring and went on for too long. And the Odako scene at the start,
My gosh.
unbeatable. I'm gonna say, oh, give me a sec. I've got like 3 words stuck in my throat out of 5 for
That's good.
War of the Gargantuas. Yeah, I thought it was good. Just not as great as Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Yeah, I just want to go back and say the dynamic between the two kaiju, it's really, really cool. Specifically, like you said, Sander trying to redeem his brother the whole movie. I don't know. It does just fall a little flat.
Yeah, I mean, it probably connected to me just because of our brotherly bond, you know? Just trying to redeem each other, trying to talk each other down from doing crazy things.
I know sometimes I have eaten a few humans and you've tried to slap my hand and say, Micah, that's wrong.
There's an emotional connection to this movie.
Real quick, Jasha, if you could make one change to this movie to lift it up to maybe 3.5 words stuck in your throat, what would you do?
It's just make the humans a little more compelling, I'd say. I mean, Kenji Sahara's in this. We've seen him do some amazing stuff. It was just an afterthought. Like, at least give him some lines, give us a different personality to have in this trio.
I'm thinking back, he literally does not do anything, does he?
Nah, but he's the most, probably except for Russ Tamblyn in this, but he is like the most prominent actor and the most memorable from all the other Godzilla stuff we've seen. Yeah, it's just a bit of a letdown. They could have done a lot more, especially with that relationship between Sander and our leading lady. Like, they had a bond, but you don't really
You don't see it at
get
all.
much to it at all.
You feel like there's a little bit of romance there, maybe, but at the end,
A little bit of romance.
I don't know, maybe a little bit. But by the end, the doctor's like, maybe I thought for a second there I'd lost my best assistant.
Yeah. Okay, you're talking about the doctor and the leading lady. I thought you were talking about leading lady and Sander. I was like, oh my goodness, you got romance from this? You know what? Scratch all that I just said. Give us more of baby. Give us more of little Sander. Instant
Sander.
5 stars. Instant 5 words stuck in my throat.
That's good.
What would you change?
I'd just take more time to develop the script.
Yeah.
I wonder, because when was Frankenstein Conquers the World made?
The year previous, I think.
I wonder if Toho has started to get into the habit of, we've got to pump out a movie each year.
Yeah.
Because of that, just put it off a little bit, spend a little more time, like you said, making the characters more compelling. That would be the best thing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we've all heard what you said about this. We've all heard what I've said about this. What did some of our listeners say about this?
Yeah, so one of our listeners, Waffles in our Discord, watched this movie and he had a few comments to say about it. He said, just finished watching the film. 2 thoughts. First, can we please leave the poor fishing ships alone? Kaiju can't help but destroy fishing ships. And second, loving the hot, steamy Frankenstein on Frankenstein action. And that surprise appearance of the ultimate kaiju volcano right at the end was very hot. Otherwise, was a very average movie. 3 out of 5 floodlights he gave it. For a film called War of the Gargantuas, you'd think there would be more than 3 kaiju. Yes, same rating that I gave it, Waffles. I agree with you. But that hot, steamy Frankenstein on Frankenstein action, them pushing each other back and forth and back and forth. We probably shouldn't say hot and steamy when describing 2 brothers, but...
Yeah, I'm going to nip that in the bud. I am curious on the ratio of floodlights to words stuck in your throat. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll find a way to convert those across. Big O also sent in his thoughts. He said, War of the Gargantuas, while surprisingly being an extremely influential film in terms of inspiring many artists like Brad Pitt, it's just okay. Yes, the kaiju stuff and the set design are phenomenal, but everything else just makes me feel like I had 5 gallons of melatonin. The prime suspect of the reasoning for this is Russ Tamblyn. What a walking snooze fest of an actor. His entire performance brings this movie to an absolute halt. In the end, War of the Gargantuas is good background noise, but that's about it. Its predecessor is leagues better than it, and Big O gives it 2.5 out of 5 words stuck in his throat. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Big O. Russ Tamblyn's been better in other things I've seen him in, namely Twin Peaks, but man, he was a dud in this. What have we got next episode, Micah?
So next episode, Jasha, this is actually one of the earliest Godzilla movies I remember seeing.
Yeah?
Probably one of my favorites, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
Next up, we have Ebirah, Horror of the Deep.
Mm-hmm.
Searching for his brother, Ryota stows away on a boat belonging to a criminal alongside 2 other teenagers. The group shipwrecks on Lecce Island and discover the infant island natives have been enslaved by a terrorist organization controlling a crustacean monster. Finding a sleeping Godzilla, they decide to awaken him to defeat the terrorists and liberate the natives. I'm looking forward to this so much.
Yeah.
I think you remember why.
This was one that me and you watched together. I think one of the first ones me and you watched together.
Back in your little sleep out.
I remember a big old dance scene.
Hey, that's right.
There's a big old dance sequence in this one, and we got Godzilla. I think Mothra makes an appearance in this one.
I think you're right. I have no idea. I can't remember how it ends.
Nah.
So this is the perfect setup for me.
Yeah. But that's us. We'll see you guys next episode for Ebirah, Horror of the Deep. Definitely one to give a watch, more so than a lot of the ones we have been covering, but this is the big one. And yeah, I mean, we shouted out our Discord before. Would love for you guys to jump in. If you're not in there already, you can join it by the link in our show notes, or if you head over to our socials, Podzilla Pod on Twitter and Instagram, you can find it there and you can jump in. It's just, I don't know, it's been real cool recently. We've got so many people, so many of you are joining. It's so cool to see and hear from you. Yeah, just really cool, funny discussions on the movies, and we're sharing a lot of photos and clips and just really cool things that we've kind of been going through for this Podzilla journey.
Not even Podzilla related stuff as well. There's just a hash bash of all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, so jump on in if you haven't. And again, we really appreciate all of you who have been reviewing us on Spotify and iTunes and Podchaser and all matter of things. You guys are seriously the best, and we do see all those, and we really appreciate the support. It's awesome. You guys are the best.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think that is us. I'm going to go and play some Godzilla Battle Line or read about my Godzilla novel that you were supposed to bring with you tonight that I'm going to have to go a few days about giving a read.
What's it about? Do you know the plot?
It's called Godzilla at World's End. It's got about...
The Pirates of the Caribbean Godzilla crossover? Let's go!
It's got about 50 billion kaiju in it making appearances. I am excited.
And so am I. I'll let you know how it is.
Great. That's been Podzilla with your hosts, Jasha
and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at Podzilla Pod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine who did our podcast art and Degora9898 who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.